once said that a journey begins with just one step. Learning English is a long, difficult journey. As difficult as walking all the way from China to England. You walk across the long length of China, seeing ahead of you the huge mountains of Kazakhstan. You carry on as the air becomes colder as you enter Russia. Maybe you pick up a quick glass of vodka in Moscow, and then you walk on past Warsaw, on and on through Berlin, as you smell the German sausage in the air. Your legs are tired and heavy, but the sound of accordion music wakes you up as you walk through the streets of Paris. But still your journey continues as you walk through the fields of Normandy, through the dark tunnel as the cars honk at you. And exhausted, you crawl through the wet fields of England.
You sense something up ahead. A city. It's London.
You walk down the Mall as the crowd scream your name. Eventually you reach Buckingham Palace and the Queen of England is there to greet you. And you sit on her balcony, drinking tea and eating cakes as you speak to her in your perfect English. Well, it's a long journey, but it's possible. Once my English was a lot worse than yours, but I learnt English word by word as you too will learn it. Hope to see you in my class. Bye-bye.
Hello everyone. Good afternoon. Testing. Can you hear me? Please write in the comments. Can you hear me? Hello everyone. Hello Risa. Hello Jessica. Can you hear me? Please write in the comments so I know that you can hear me. I look very strange today. I think, yeah, I did I did something in the YouTube studio. I pressed a button. It says to make yourself look different, more, it's beautify or something. It's done something weird to my face. I don't know what. Anyway, hello everyone. Hello Jessica. Jessica, is that different to normal Jessica? Why are you two Jessicas today? Hello, Asi, new person. Hello from Kazakhstan. Hello, Risa, one of my regular students from Indonesia. Hello, Nisha, another regular student. Yeah, so this, not clear. Hello, better now. There's a problem with my mic. Oh, not again. I get all of this expensive equipment and it doesn't work. Strange sound. Does it sound like a washing machine? I have my a dishwasher. Does it sound like a dishwasher? I have a dishwasher on behind me. Is that the strange sound or is it another strange sound? It's like an old radio. You mean crackly? Okay, let me, I don't know why I have so many problems with this thing. Let me try again. Let me leave the studio and come back. Hello, I'm back. How is this different? Like an old radio or a new radio now? Please answer in the comments. Can you hear me now? Better. Yeah, I just left the studio and came back. I'm just trying to think. YouTube Studio did something strange to my face. I pressed a button. I don't know if it's still strange. It says something to make your face look better or something. It's good. Okay. Yes. Sorry. Yeah. Usually, if I have a sound problem, I leave the YouTube studio. I unplug my microphone and my microphone interface, plug it back, and usually people say it's better. Okay. Now, because I left, I must get all of my documents ready again. A bit of a slow process. So today is the Saturday Hangout. So that's what we're doing. We're hanging out. So this is about all things English and culture. Ask me questions about learning English, maybe learning about England, stuff like that. Whatever you want, or you can tell me about your countries also. So we have, Risa Chomzi, another regular student, Chomzi, from Indonesia, but living in the Netherlands. Chomzi, do you want to come on stage? So if you are new here, if you want to come on stage, that means come and join me and speak to everyone. Just ask me and I will send you the stage link. But Chomzi, I can't see you backstage. Can you follow the link I gave you on Hello Talk? Okay, any questions? If no questions, I might have to create my own questions. Okay, or I can just do my bore you again with my PowerPoint presentation about my exciting career. So I started my career in Korea, South Korea, teaching English in 2009. I moved on to this little country in East Asia, China. What does Arisa say? Actually, I still can't distinguish when to use past and. Do you mean when to use past simple and present perfect? Yeah, let's put that on the list, shall we? We can go into my classroom and talk about that, Arisa. I'll just continue talking about me on the Great Wall of China. So that's me here on the Great Wall of China. I never actually went to the Great Wall. I lived down south in a city called Guangzhou. Okay, and that's me in Vietnam in 2017. Then I went to France at the end of 2017 and then back to this country, the motherland, England, the home of English, the home of me, where I still live now. But I teach online now, and I often go to other interesting countries to live and work. For example, Turkey. This one, the Philippines, where I worked from last year. Okay, so yeah, this is my YouTube channel. I actually started 5 years ago, but I didn't really use it much. So I've started to use it now. I'm trying to do 4 live streams per week on grammar, sometimes stories, sometimes, and what's the other one? Just Hangouts. Sometimes this one where we just have just freestyle conversation, but we can talk about English. So let's get my classroom onto the screen, if I can remember how to do it. Where are we? There we go. Okay, whoops. Having lots of technical problems here. Sorry. Sorry, this is annoying me now. It's quite hard for me to switch between screens at the moment. Let's try again. Okay, so this is now my classroom. Okay, so yeah, Risa talks about a common problem: when to use the past simple, when to use the present perfect. Okay, this is a good question. I'm not sure if I've got the right link to the stage. Yeah, did I give you something wrong, Tiomzi? I've done this before. You followed the link, Tiomzi, and what do you see? Let me just check that link here. Sorry, multitasking. This is something I'm not good at. Okay, just checking the link. No, I think I've sent you the correct link, actually, unusually, Tiomzi. I'm looking at the link here on my screen, and I'm looking at the link I sent to your Hello Talk messenger. It's the same link. No? Your personal message. You've checked your personal message. It should be. So on the Hello Talk group, I put the group. Let me follow the link. Okay, when I follow the link, it takes me to the YouTube studio. Okay, anyone else you want to come on? Anyone else who wants to come on stage, send me or tell me, and I will try and send you. The link is wrong, Nisha. Nisha, which link? I haven't sent you a link, have I, Nisha? Okay, I've got another student from India, Manoj, wants to come on stage. Nisha, let me try and send you a new link. Let's hope we're not having problems again. Okay, I'll send Nisha a link here. Okay, anyone getting this link to work? What have I done? I'm not sending you the wrong link, am I? Like I did yesterday. I'm sure this link is correct. I've checked it. Tiomzi says gets it now. Let's see. And I will move into my classroom. Oh, I can see Tiomzi backstage. Can you knock on the door, Tiomzi? I can let you in. You want to come into the studio? Yeah, you can reply in the private chat because we can't hear you yet. You are still inaudible. Private chat, please tell me you want to come in. You're happy with your camera on. Are you? Yeah. Okay. Chubsy, I don't have a message from. Yeah, but let me check. Sorry. Yes, please. Let's get Tiomzi on stage. Again, welcome back. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. We are celebrating the king's birthday today, the whole country.
Whose birthday? Sorry.
The king of the Netherlands.
The king's birthday. Sorry, I'm just. The sound is really bad. Your volume is really low. I think it's a problem with my.
What about
mixer.
now?
It's the king of the Netherlands' birthday. What's his name?
Alexander, William Alexander.
Oh, right, really? Yeah, I don't know much about the Dutch royal family. Is he popular?
Maybe his mom was much more popular than him.
Does that mean no, he's not popular? You must be careful not to talk treason. Do you know that word, treason?
Yeah. I mean, people in the Netherlands, they can say anything.
It's true. You're allowed to say anything now about the king, and they won't cut your head off. In the past, maybe they would. Okay. Yes, it's the king's birthday. How old is he?
I'm not sure, actually.
He's quite old, is he?
More than 50, definitely.
Oh, okay. Maybe not that old.
No.
Let me go into my classroom. So Chomsy, let me remember. You're a teacher or a trainee teacher, yes?
I've got my other certificate, but I'm also a trainee teacher. I'm in my third year now. It's just a bachelor degree. So
Did you say you've got your other certificate? Did you say?
yeah.
What do you mean your other certificate?
Well, I'm still I'm being a student at the moment to be an English teacher. I'm doing a bachelor degree, but I've also got a CELTA certificate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got that one. How did you find that course? Did you like it? Was it helpful?
It was really rewarding, but also
Yeah.
demanding at the same time.
Yeah. Did you do the long one or the short intensive one?
I did it part time because I had to work as well. So I did it for 3 months.
Yeah, I think I did that one. It was funny, actually. I did it after teaching for about 5, 6 years. So I thought, oh, this will be easy. I will get a really high score, but I didn't really. I just passed with like kind of
Just
minimal
with
score.
credit? Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Okay, like I mean just pass because they have pass with
Yeah, different grades. I think it was just a pass. I
there
mean,
are three.
yeah, they like you to do their own style. And I was before I kind of taught my own way. And if you don't do the special CELTA way, then you won't really get a good grade, I think.
Yeah,
But I learned
absolutely.
some stuff from it. I try to copy the things they showed me mostly in my lessons.
I think reducing the teacher talking time is something that I can still remember now.
Oh yeah, I think I always am bad at that. I always talk too much. You know, most teachers talk more than CELTA say they should.
And also the way we ask questions, like the concept checking questions. Do you
Oh
understand?
yeah. You're not supposed to say, "Do you understand?" Are
Yeah.
you?
Instead of doing
But
that, then
I
you can.
ignore that advice, but I make sure that they do understand. Anyway. So Risa has a question: present simple versus present perfect. Can you help Risa with this? She's actually from your country. So you might have some advantages because I know Indonesian actually has no tenses, or the main language, whatever it is, I think.
No, we don't have verb
Do
conjugation.
any of the you
You
do?
want to
Because I
say,
know there's loads of languages. Do any of the
yeah,
languages have tenses in your country? Well,
not this one. Let's say if you want
not
to
that you
say
know.
to eat, even if
Mm,
you ate yesterday, you are eating
mm,
now, you're going to eat, you only have one
mm.
verb. It's like
Same. That sounds a good
makan.
idea.
So yeah, so you just need to add, like if you just add, you said saya means I sudah makan. If you're
Okay.
eating now, saya sedang, like you're doing it now, makan.
So
If
just
you're
eat verb, and then you just give time information. For example,
yes,
eat
so the
yesterday, eat
makan,
right
to
now.
eat,
Why don't we do that in English? But then I wouldn't have a job, maybe, because it would be too easy. That's why we made it difficult,
yeah.
maybe.
I
Okay,
think
yes.
there are not
I'm
many
sorry?
language that doesn't uh, don't have the verb conjugation like Dutch, German, Spanish. All of these languages conjugate.
Yeah, conjugate in terms of tense, you mean, and
Yes,
other stuff as well.
subject.
Yeah, well, I guess it's a European thing. We all, well, Western Europe, it all seems to be quite similar from what I know.
Mm.
Anyway, so yeah, what can you tell Risa about this subject?
Well, present simple we use when we explain things that we do regularly. For example,
Sorry, did I say present simple? It should be past simple. I'm trying to answer the
oh,
wrong
okay, right.
question.
Because on your
Sorry, Risa.
screen is past
Yeah,
simple.
you're right.
That's
I
why I
know.
thought,
You
okay.
remember I told you multitasking when I'm talking about things, talking about the King of Netherlands, and my brain has a meltdown and I write the wrong thing.
All right.
So let's start again. Past simple versus present perfect.
So past simple, usually we have sequence of the time yesterday, 2 years ago, 2 centuries ago, while present perfect, sometimes we use since or for. It happens in the past, but we can see the result now. Let's say she has painted the wall.
Mm.
we know the result that the color of the wall has changed now. It used to
Yeah.
be maybe red, but now it's white. But we don't have to say the time when.
Yeah. True. So I think here the biggest problem is the present perfect. I think lots of languages will have the past simple or something, and it's quite easy to understand. Finished past
Yeah.
actions, but the present perfect is a bit of a nightmare, really. Even to teach, it's very strange to teach because it's very complicated. So you told us one of the times, but we use it for loads of different situations.
Yeah.
For example.
Yeah, to explain things that things happen in the past. You can see the result now. For example,
Yeah. So
I have
I
eaten
write
the
this one
cake.
as yeah.
The cake is not there anymore. Or
Yeah. Yeah, I usually explain as happened in the past, important now. That's the easiest way. I try to explain it.
important now. Yeah,
That's the simplest way. Yeah. But there's other times we use it. What are the other times we use it?
experienced. Maybe I have been to
Yeah.
the UK for I don't know a few
Yeah.
times.
Good. The way I try and explain all the situations is when we're talking about the present and the past together. So the experience, our lives are the present, but our lives also contain the past. And what are the other times?
Things that happen in the past, but it still happen. It
Oh
still
yeah,
happens
that one.
now.
That's a separate one. Yeah, I
Like
call that.
live and work, right?
Yeah. Can you give me a sentence? Yeah, and you say that's only for some verbs, yes?
Yeah.
Can you give me an example
For
sentence?
example, I have lived in the Netherlands for 10 years now, for example.
Yeah, good. Can you see my writing, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what was I going to say? Yeah, and another difficult thing is sometimes you have a choice. You can use the present perfect or the past simple, but usually one is better. Sometimes you don't have a choice. I've lived. Okay, what words can we not use with the present perfect?
What words? You mean the verb?
What words and phrases can we not use in present
Oh, like
perfect sentences?
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
ago or last.
yeah, and we cannot have any specific past
No, yeah.
time
If it's
information.
specific, it should be past simple. For example, I lived in the Netherlands, let's say, for 20 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait,
But
can you say that? You can,
yeah,
right?
because you're using for. That is a
Okay.
duration word. Okay.
That
But
would
when
be
we're talking
perfect
about
then.
referring a specific, sorry, I can't speak. Referencing a specific past time, we can't do that. So I put in big dramatic writing, no specific past time information. Okay, so the best way is just to practice it with your teacher, and the teacher will tell you when you're making a mistake.
Yeah. So when there is like the time adverb of time in in 1990, it should be past simple.
Yes. Jessica. Risa, are you still here after asking your question? You haven't gone to bed, have you? So yeah, the best way, yeah, so get the information and just practice. Often there will be if you look in your grammar book, there will be a page called present perfect simple versus past simple, and just do all the exercises until you get them right. But we can practice some things.
If Risa is still here, I might want to explain a bit short two examples. One in past simple, present perfect in Indonesian.
Okay, you can do that. You can write in the comments maybe. I won't put it on the screen because most of our students won't
Yeah, indeed.
understand that. Although I do have quite a few Indonesian students here. I'm just trying to think of some practice we can do. Okay, Risa, we can ask you questions then. What did you do yesterday? Sorry, let's start with past simple. What did you do yesterday, Risa? Okay, Chumsy, you can answer as well. What did you do yesterday?
Yeah, what did you do yesterday, Risa?
Okay, I mean, you can answer as well, just because you're in the studio with me, is what I mean.
Okay.
The
I would
studio.
say I went to the market, for example.
Yeah, good. Risa said as well, I went to work yesterday. Past simple, you can use specific past times.
Yes.
Okay, then present perfect. What have you done today? So you can't use past times now.
No.
What have you done today, Chomsy?
Today I have been to the market. And
Again, you like this market. You go all the time. Is it a good market?
yeah, but I did went to the market. I did go to the market.
Yeah, I believe you. So you go a lot, yes? Do you mean like a
Today and
proper
yesterday.
outside market, an outdoor market?
Let's say today I have
Mm.
cleaned my what have I cleaned? Let's say I have tidied up my living room, for example.
Yeah.
So now we can see the result that the living room is tidier.
Yeah. Good. So another interesting thing with the present perfect is now is an interesting concept. We can have different kinds of now. It can be today, or we can make it bigger than today. What's another kind of now which is bigger than today?
Do you say I have been graduated or I have graduated?
That would be I have graduated. Yeah.
Yeah. So you are not going to uni anymore, right? Can you use this?
I have graduated. Yes, completed
That's also
past
present perfect,
action, which
right?
is
It's
important.
in a bigger
Yeah,
picture.
I would call that in the experience category, yeah, because that's all your life. But what I'm saying, if you use now words, you have a big choice. So you can say today, you can make it bigger. You can say this week. I could say, what have you done this week?
This week I have had a laid back week because I'm having a spring break.
Okay, yeah.
I have had.
Yeah, that's American style. We don't really use that in England, but yeah, it's the kind of, I don't know, half-term holiday. No, sorry, I suppose it's
break.
spring holiday, yeah.
Midterm?
Spring break reminds me of these American films and all these teenagers
What do you
drinking
say
too
then?
much. I don't know. Spring
Midterm?
holiday, maybe.
Okay.
But I mean, it's more of a school thing. A lot of
Okay.
people don't have it. Right, what was I going to say? Yeah, then we can make now bigger. Yeah, Risa, what have you done this week, Risa? So this week, for example, this week I have taught English, I have played music, and I have done several live streams. Then we can make now bigger. What have you done this month, Chomsy? So don't tell me everything, just some important key things. So what have you done this month?
This month I have done. I have set for many exams. I have.
Good. Yeah. So we don't say things like I've had dinner, I've had a shower. We're talking about important things.
Yeah. So what else?
I've got out of bed. we don't say that.
No.
Yeah, good. Thanks. Risa, what have you done this month? So remember, we can make now bigger and bigger. So we can't say what have you done last week, but you can say what have you done this month, which is actually the same time as last week, but we've made it now. What have you done this month, Risa? Are you going to answer? This month, what have I done? I just do the same things all the time, really. I've taught English. I've done several live streams.
It reminds me, sorry to jump in, Chris, of the song, and this is Christmas. And what have you done? Like the whole year. What have you done?
John Lennon and Yoko Ono, yeah. Good. This month I have finished my work, says Risa. Let's put some sentences into the classroom. So important things. What do you mean I finished my work? Pardon me, you finished like a project or something. So yeah, it would usually be important things. For example, I finished my my thesis, or I've finished an important project at work. Okay, and then we can make now bigger. We can just say, what have you done this year? What have you done this year, Chomsy? So again, the big things, I guess.
This year I haven't finished yet doing that. My third year of studies, maybe, can I say that?
You could
But
say
I
I've
haven't finished
started
yet.
my third year. Yeah, I mean, any big accomplishments? Like, have you finished any modules or passed any exams, or
Yeah.
have you?
Yeah, I think we can just say that I'm still doing it I have to finish it until June, but I cannot use that. Let's say this year I have changed the setting of my living room.
Okay. Yeah. Setting?
Simple.
What do you mean setting?
I mean, you change the setting. Let's say you move.
Okay. Yeah.
drawer.
I've rearranged, might be the best word
Rearrange,
I can
yes,
think of. This
rearrange,
year,
yeah.
I've rearranged that's your biggest achievement of the year so far. This year can have a different meaning, can't it? I mean, yeah. It usually means from January, doesn't it? But it could mean from 12 months ago. There's different. I think you're thinking of the last 4 months, are you? Okay, and then the last thing we can do is if we have no time information, what does that mean? So if I say, what have you done?
So then
But that's a strange example. But I mean, if we have no time information, what time are we talking about?
So you should use present perfect.
Yeah, what I mean is if there's no time information, we're talking about your whole life. For example, have you been to Italy? It just means in your whole life. Okay, which brings us on to experience. How many countries have you been to, Chomsy, for example?
I have to count.
Roughly. I mean, you're talking, because I do this a lot. I've counted. I've been to about 20.
Let's say I've been to 10 countries.
About 10 countries. Good. So yeah, present perfect is perfect for that. Experience. Yeah. Risa, how many countries have you been to? Are you going to write the examples in Indonesian for
Risa?
Yeah, you're going to do it later. You have to concentrate. Maybe it's quite difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be interesting and strange coming from a language with no tenses to a language with a very complex tense system. I guess.
Yeah, it is.
So, yes, Jessica, this month I have learnt vocabulary, says Jessica. Sorry, Jessica, did you explain why you are why are you Jessica? Why are you two Jessicas? Just out of interest. Okay, this year I've migrated other country. Yeah, you need your preposition, but the present perfect is correct. This year I have migrated to another country. Okay, Chomsy has written some Indonesian. It's a Roman. You use the Roman alphabet always for your Indonesian languages, do you or not?
Yeah. Yes.
Never have any other kind of script?
No.
Okay, yeah, that's probably the Europeans coming there giving it to you. The Dutch.
Perfect.
This year I've traveled to 2 cities. Good, yeah. So experience, present, perfect. You can just say this year, that's your now. Or if you remove this year and have no time information, that means your whole life. I've been to 2 cities. That's in my whole life. Okay. And then the last one, this is where there's a bit of confusion, because when we use start in the past, go to the present, then we can use past information, but we're using a linking word for or since. So it's talking about duration. Okay. So we're not talking going back to a specific past time. We're talking about the length of the past time from the past to now. Sorry. So for example, how long have you studied English for, Tiomzi?
On and off, I've been studying English for 6 years.
Good, but you actually changed to a different present perfect tense, which is more usual.
Yeah, I think I
to
could
be
use
honest.
present perfect.
You use the continuous form.
I've studied English for 6 years, on and off.
Is that when you started? You only started 6 years ago?
No. I would say I started like a few years ago. I stopped like for 10 years. I barely spoke.
Okay, so on and off, you have studied English for 15 years, something like that. 20?
6 years, I said.
But you said you studied English before that.
Yeah,
No?
but I stopped for 10 years.
That's why you can use on and off. 10 years is the off.
So if I accumulate all of the years, it's more than 10 years.
Yeah, you go back to the beginning. For example, I could say for French, I don't want to say the exact length. Oh dear, that's ridiculous. I've studied French for many, many years, for over 30 years. Very on and off. Maybe I would stop for 10 years.
So when I say on and off, it means the total years, right?
It means, yeah, maybe you started, for example, when you were 10 and then you stopped for
I started
10 years.
When I was, let's say, 13.
13.
You know, like
13.
What's that 1 hour per week at school? And
yeah, that's fine. Then you stop for 10 years. You can still use present perfect and on and off.
Yeah. I said
the off is much bigger than the on. Okay, thank you. CAC. What does CAC mean?
That's like sister. Sorry,
really?
I have to laugh for that.
Yeah.
Because in Dutch, CAC like poo. So people write
in English as well. Yes,
like,
we shouldn't really tell people
to
that.
each other? So CAC means like sis, sister,
sis or sister. Okay, yeah. Learn something every day. Good. Yeah. So if you're talking about, that's the confusing thing. That's when we can use past times just when we're talking about duration. Tiomzi has studied English for, 15 years now? On and off. That means she stopped, she started, she stopped, she started. Can you write that sentence in the chat? Then I can put it, or I could put it in my classroom. I have not been back to my classroom for a little bit. Okay, yes. So that started in the past. Okay, Tiomzi has studied English for, 15 years?
That's a big word. It doesn't matter. It's just an example.
Don't worry. You don't like that. You don't like 15 years. It makes you sound old or something.
It seems like too long.
Well, anyway, I've studied French for over 30 years on and off. For 15 years on and off. That means if on and off means you start, you stop, you start, you stop. What was I going to say? Yeah. So the other thing which is difficult is, so when you talk about experience, for example, somebody says, yeah, I have been to China, for example. Then you want to talk about the specific time. When you want to talk about the specific time, then you change from the present perfect to the past. For example, have you been to, I can see someone backstage, Manoj. Hello, Manoj. Have you been to China, for example, Risa? No, not Risa, sorry. Too many names on my screen. Nomsley, have you been to China?
No, I haven't been to China yet.
Tell me about a country you have been to.
I have been to the UK for...
Good. And now tell me about the specific time and you changed to the past simple.
I went to Edinburgh last November.
Good. Have you been to any other places in the UK?
I have been to Oxford and Cambridge.
Good. Okay, tell me about when you went to Cambridge. So now she changes to past simple.
I attended an intensive English course for a week.
That's good. Okay, Manoj, I can see you backstage. Do you want to come into the studio with me and Tiomse? Please say yes in the private chat. Yeah, I cannot see your answer. And please, do you want your camera on or off? Your microphone is off, Manoj. Do you want you must want your microphone on. Do you want your camera on? Okay, Minoj has sent me a message. He wants to come. Do you want your camera on? That is okay. Please reply in the chat. Okay, Minoj, do you want your camera on? Please tell me. Yep. Okay, let's bring Minoj on stage. Hello, Minoj.
Hello, Chris. How are you?
I'm fine. Good afternoon from England. And I
Yeah,
guess
good
you're
evening.
in India, are you?
Yeah.
Where in India are you?
I'm from South part of India, Tamil Nadu.
Did you say Tamil something?
Tamil Nadu.
Is that something to do with the
South part of
Tamil?
India.
Is that the Tamil region? No.
Yeah,
No,
Tamil Nadu.
Okay, sorry, I don't know that part. And how is it today? Very hot, I guess.
Yeah, very hot in my place. I think it's like 41 degrees Celsius in my place.
Yeah, you're at the south of India, yeah?
Yeah.
That's the hottest part, I heard.
Exactly, yeah. Right.
I heard someone told me in India in summer now it is so hot that sometimes your shoes can melt.
Oh, no.
Is that true?
Spoiling.
Exactly. No.
Okay, maybe not in your town. Maybe that was another town. Or sandals melted. Something melted.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Yeah, exactly. No.
Yeah, global warming. Do you think India is getting hotter and hotter with global warming?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it is true, isn't it? Yeah, I do. So, Minoj, have you been on one of my live streams before?
Nope.
First time. Okay. Yeah, you tried to get on yesterday, but there were some technical problems, but now you've made it. Well done. That's good. And you have good sound, good video. Do you want to talk about anything today? Any questions you have about English or England or anything like that?
Yeah, I have a two question about English, about my improve my English. First, the question is how to improve our pronunciation in English. How to stress the syllables. I think 1 week ago, 1 week before, I talked with native speaker. He said, if you want to improve your pronunciation, you have to stress the syllables. For example, if you could you teach me which one I have to stress? I just confused.
Yeah, you're talking about what we call word stress. So which syllable to stress in each word. So if people don't know, words are divided into syllables. Each sound, I know you know this, each sound is called a syllable.
Bubbles.
And a stress, is when you make the part of the word like louder and longer. I just tell my students, usually we just teach pronunciation as part of the class. So you can use the International Phonetic Alphabet to help you. Do you use that? Do you know what
Nope.
that is? The International Phonetic Alphabet?
I didn't know about that. Nope.
Yeah, I'll just write it in the chat and then put it on the screen. It actually gives you precise information about how to pronounce words in any language, including word stress. I guess, Tiomzi, do you learn about this in your course?
Yeah, but I think that it's good to do that. But I think also listening to people like podcasts or any English authentic material can help as well.
Yeah, definitely. I
Because
mean,
if you we can learn them like on paper, but if you have never heard it, how they are pronounced, that can be challenging as well. Yeah, I think knowing the IPA can be helpful, I would say.
yeah, I mean, just to do things in a scientific way, so then you can see it written how to pronounce the words. But with students, yeah, we just do big lists of words and we underline the stressed syllables and practice them. I'm just looking online, Manoj. I'm just trying to find a word in IPA to help you. Are you having lessons at the moment? Hello, Manoj.
I'm sorry?
Are you having lessons at the moment, or are you doing self-study?
Nope. I don't have any lessons.
Self-study.
Yeah, substance. Exactly. Yeah. I never enrolled any course before. Nope. I just learned by myself through YouTube videos like that. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm having a problem. I'm trying to copy and paste a word with the IPA, but it's not working.
I can try to do that.
Can you do that? I don't know why my computer insists on embarrassing me like this. Usually in my lessons, it's completely fine.
I'll try to do that.
Yeah, so it's quite a simple system. And word stress, well, we'll show you. Word stress is indicated using a symbol which looks similar to an apostrophe. Do you know what an apostrophe is, Manoj?
No.
It's a little line. For example, if I say Chris's phone, for example, there, do you see it in the chat? Chris's phone. Between Chris and S, there is a little line. That's an apostrophe.
Yep. The quotation.
So,
yep.
Yeah, in the IPA, we have a similar symbol which shows you word stress. Chomzi, are you able to get this word into the chat?
Yeah, hang on for a second.
Your computer is playing games also.
Yeah. Jongens, even begin, Harry.
Oh.
I've sent one.
Okay, you got lots of stuff. You got lots of stuff there. Good. Can you just put the one word, wonderful?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you just put the one word, wonderful, in the comments so I can put it onto the screen?
Oh, you mean in the comment?
Yeah, in your comment, there's lots of information. It's quite hard to understand for someone. If we just put the one word, it might be easier to explain. That's an interesting IPA. They say you should pronounce it wonderful. I always say wonderful.
Wonderful.
Sorry, 1 minute. Minaj, we're just trying to get something into the chat. Yeah. Okay, can you see? Yeah. Okay, there we go. So can you see? This is the IPA. Do you see on the screen Tiomzi's message?
Yeah.
These strange symbols. It's the International Phonetic Alphabet.
It's like that.
Yeah, maybe you've seen them before, yes? Usually, you have. Oh, yes or no? Sorry.
Yeah. But I just try to find the definition of some words. The Google says, below.
Yeah. They Wikipedia and stuff like that. They all use it. Yeah.
Or Cambridge Dictionary is usually quite reliable instead of.
Yeah, most dictionaries use it. Sometimes it's a bit different, but they generally agree about word stress. So which syllable must we stress for this word? Wonderful, Manoj. Number 1, number 2, or number 3?
Wonderful. Well, I think O.
Stress all
O.
of the syllables.
Old. Wonderful. I think O. I don't know.
You think what?
O.
Sorry, it's just syllable 1, syllable 2, or syllable 3?
Yeah, something one. O.
Yeah, good. What? How do we know that from the IPA? What is the indication?
I just fluke. I
You
just
just
pronounced
guessed.
the.
But no, it gives us the exact information. The symbols tell us which symbol to stress. Can you see what it is?
Nope. Which
Okay,
one? I don't know.
Chiomzi, can you help him? What tells us that we stress syllable 1?
Yeah, we have this, I don't know how you call this.
Well, it looks like an apostrophe, doesn't it?
Yeah, so if you see that sign, then there is the stress.
Do you see the little line at the beginning, at the top? Sorry, I can't highlight
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. The
Yeah, that
W.
little line, it will be before the stress syllable. Okay. So that is how they represent word stress with the IPA. But I mean, I think it's not enough just to do that. You should practice it with a teacher or a partner in Hello Talk. Just say, I want to practice word stress, underline the stress syllables, and they say it. Yeah. Chomzi, was this a problem for you in your learning? Oh dear.
No, she's gone.
No, something weird has happened to Tiomzi. Yeah, I'm sure she'll be back. Good. I hope that helps. Do you have, I mean, in your books, are there pronunciation exercises in your study books, Manoj?
I don't have any study books.
You don't have any study books?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you study then? You're just studying by watching videos and reading things you like. So there's no serious study plan, no method to your study plan, just consuming material you enjoy in English, maybe.
Exactly. Yeah. For me, my learning method is listening podcasts and songs, watching movies, reading books. That's it.
Yeah. I haven't noticed anything strange about your pronunciation, Minoj. It sounds quite good to me. But if you want to practice it, you can probably just find some pronunciation exercises on the internet or find a pronunciation book or just that specific thing, syllable stress. Yeah, Tiomzi, we saw something strange happen to you. Your computer just died, did it?
Yes, but I'm recharging it now.
You're back. Yes.
Charging, yes.
Sorry,
so your
before
question, for me, when I was doing my teaching practice, like when I was asked to teach pronunciation, like because this is something that we are not used to. While teaching grammar, compared to native speakers, for example, they're like, I didn't learn that. Because
native speakers say that, you mean?
Yeah, we acquired the language. We didn't learn it. So, but I think now I'm pretty okay to,
You've taught pronunciation, have you?
Yeah, during my teaching
during
practice.
Your course.
I don't know how, like I just, show them the Cambridge dictionary and then see there.
Yeah, I'll just go back into my classroom. There's a fun thing we used to play. Did you ever play the caterpillar game, Tiomzi, for word stress?
Not yet.
Yeah, you might understand when I draw a picture. So word stress can often be represented by these strange kind of caterpillar things.
Like that one. Yeah.
So you can have this caterpillar, or you can have the fat caterpillar who's eaten too much food, like this one. You've seen all of this stuff?
Yeah. Actually, we did that during my teaching practice, but I didn't know its name.
Yeah, well, I just call them caterpillars because they look like caterpillars. I don't know its name either. Can you give me a word with the number 1 caterpillar? Da, da, da. For example, wonderful. Your first word is a caterpillar one.
Yeah, like wonderful.
Yeah.
Da.
Yeah. Minaj, can you give me a caterpillar one word? A like that.
What does mean caterpillar? Don't know about that.
Sorry, yeah, I'm confusing everyone. These pictures show us about word stress, but they look like caterpillars. So this means big stress. So it means stress, not stress, not stress. Like wonderful. You understand?
Oh, okay.
And this word is
Okay.
so syllable two stress,
Exactly.
syllable one stress, yeah. And it's often books they use these diagrams. So can you give me a caterpillar one word?
Yeah, for me, yeah, exactly.
Oh no, that's
The
a number
second one.
2 caterpillar. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, can you give me a number 1 caterpillar?
Okay.
It's hard to think of words like this, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite common. Beautiful, for example.
Beautiful.
A lot of 3-syllable words will be like this. It might be the most common word stress pattern, actually. Chomsy, can you think of another one?
Is it expensive?
Oh, you've gone caterpillar too.
Too, yeah, expensive. Yeah, maybe. Have to think now.
Yeah, I think it might be the most common pattern for 3-syllable words. Now, sorry, what did you say?
Like damage.
Damage, but that's a 2-syllable word.
Okay.
I need another caterpillar for damage. That would be a baby caterpillar. Big head, little body, damage. Okay, yeah. So I can't think of any more number ones. Let me think again.
Chris, did you say damage 2-syllable? Damage.
Damage, yeah, damage.
Oh yeah,
2 syllables.
damage. Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, idge. It looks like adge or age, but we say idge. Damage. For example, evening. Actually, that's usually 2 syllables. Evening. Beautiful, wonderful. Yeah, it's hard when you have to think suddenly, isn't it? Okay, but you understand. So yeah, if you get a partner on Hello Talk, maybe Minaj, you can say, yeah, can we play the word stress game? Personally, I don't think it doesn't sound like there's an obvious problem. I can't hear any strange pronunciation in your speech, but maybe I would have to speak to you for longer. Okay, any more questions?
Yeah, you can also do like this. Sorry, Chris. Like wonder.
Yeah, it's just something you have to practice. There are special pronunciation books. You can find some online, ebooks. When I talk pronunciation, there'll be whole books just using the IPA and these strange caterpillar diagrams. Which
I think Adrian Underhills has this book.
Who? Okay, yeah.
Adrian?
Maybe you can write if you could write an example in the comments. Yes, well done, Risa. Risa is good at this. Risa has given you a 3-syllable word. Therapy. Therapy. Dangerous. Yeah, Risa is good at this. Dangerous. Risa, can you give me a number 2 caterpillar? The fat caterpillar who's eaten too much. Okay, I think one more question before I finish. Unfortunately, that's nearly the end, nearly an hour already. Anyone got any more questions? Caterpillar game. Yep. Yes. Okay, I'll just open it to the...
Question.
Sorry, what did you say, Manoj?
I have another question.
Sure, okay.
How to improve written skill?
Writing?
Because yeah, writing skill. When I make a lot of mistakes when I write in English. So I mean, a lot of spelling mistakes. So how to avoid, how to improve
So you're
writing
just
skill.
talking only about spelling, or are you talking about all of the mistakes that you make?
All, all of the mistakes.
All of them. Okay. Well, we'll just have to talk about the thing. We'll start with Tiomzi, writing, starting with spelling. Are you doing this in your module about improving students' writing?
Yeah, when it's usually what I teach is like formal, informal, mostly register. But if all of it, like spelling, grammar, or vocabulary, the right words, maybe then write and have someone, give you feedback.
Yeah, you don't have a teacher, do you, Manoj?
What you can also do, sorry to jump in before Manos answers. Do you use AI? So you write yourself without correcting, I don't know, corrector devices, and then send it to AI. Could you please check, like proofread my writing,
Very
and then
polite.
different, I mean, have a look the difference.
Have you done that?
Yeah,
Chat GPT or another one? Have you got that
yeah.
to help you with your English?
So you could say like proofread these words is powerful. Then it can, it can
Okay.
improve or find the mistakes, and also
Yeah.
it can tell you which one need improvement.
Yeah, you know about Chat GPT, Manoj, yes?
Yeah, yeah. And you chat GPT. Yeah.
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 Yes.
So when you're talking about writing, also you're talking about many different things. So the first thing you said, spelling, don't worry about that. English is famous for having really difficult spelling. That's why one of the reasons why we use the IPA, because it's very inconsistent. Rarely the same sounds are represented by the same letters. So don't worry, lots of natives will make mistakes. You just have to learn words, the spellings. Luckily, we have all of this technology to correct our spellings so you don't look silly when you write emails. But yeah, I suggest, yeah, if you want to talk to a human, maybe ask someone on Hello Talk who can help you, or get a proper, a professional teacher is the next level if you're able to. Okay, then there's grammar, so you have to work on your grammar. Then what are the other mistakes you make?
Yeah. Come to the grammar. Yeah. I
Grammar,
do know
okay.
grammar, but to be honest, still I don't know how to use grammar. This English, when I talk to you, this English I'm learned from movies, songs, podcast, like that.
You don't know
Still
how
now
to
I don't
use
know.
grammar, but you're
Yeah,
using grammar in your speech. You mean you don't know any rules or anything like that?
yeah. I
Well,
don't
most
know rules.
natives know very few rules. It's not 100% necessary, but most people prefer it. They feel confident if they learn about it. What do you think about this, Tiomzi?
There
Do you
is a
think you
good
need to
book.
know grammar? I guess you do.
If you want to know, there is a good book from, what was that? From Michael Swan. I will just
Michael Swan, yeah. Can you write it? This is
practice
all on your
English
course, I guess, is it?
usage. I think this is quite easy to understand. I will just type it on the chat. Practical English usage.
Oh, that's also Raymond. Is that Raymond Murphy also?
No, this
Oh,
one
that's
is
another one.
from Michael Swan.
Oh, okay. Because often many people write them together. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, Michael Murphy is also good.
Yeah, look online, you'll find this. And what? It's just a good beginner's introduction to English grammar or something like that, is it?
Okay.
Tiomzi, sorry, what is this book? I don't know
Yeah,
about.
I think you can. The explanation is quite easy. It is explained in layman's terms so that everyone beginners can understand too.
Yeah. Nice and easily explained. Yeah, you don't need to panic, Minoj. You don't have to be an expert or really know much grammar. You can speak really great English without knowing much grammar. But if you want to, I think most people like to know about it. For example, when I learn a foreign language, I want to know about the grammar just to try and understand it a bit. So maybe try this book that Chomsy recommends, Practical English. Have a look. You could find a PDF online. Practical English Usage by Michael Swan. Grammar in Use. Is that the one by Raymond Murphy, Chomsy? Yeah, that's a very popular one. I just call it Murphy. Most people just call it Murphy.
Murphy,
it's a very popular book.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, I think that's enough for now, just because I have some things to do. But yeah, we talked about a few things. And we made some progress. We got you on stage finally, Manoj. I know you've been trying for a long time. We got the technology to work, so that is good. Okay, I think
my weekend. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll let you go, and then I'll just yeah, Mr. Caterpillar. I forgot about those. Thanks for reminding me, Manoj. Caterpillars. Yeah.
How do you make the sign? What did you
circles. This program, I don't know if I'm allowed to plug it, is called LearnCube. I teach with LearnCube. It has a similar format to a lot of programs. Yeah, you just add shapes. Okay, thanks for coming, Chomsy. Enjoy the rest of your week. I hope to see you again. I'll be back on YouTube and Hello Talk next time. Okay, you too. Thank you, Manoj, for coming. Enjoy the rest of your day in India. Hope to see you again.
Yeah, okay, bye-bye.
You're always welcome here.
Thank you.
Yeah, good. So yes, my next live stream, I think, as usual, next week I will do 4 on YouTube and 1 on Hello Talk as usual. So I think Monday, I will do grammar. Monday, I'll do the future. Wednesday, what will I do on Wednesday? I can't remember my plan. I know Wednesday will be Hello Talk. I think IELTS listening. Thursday will be YouTube IELTS listening. Friday will be, what will Friday be? I don't know. Maybe another story time. Saturday will be this Hangout thing. So thank you very much. Let's just read out all of the names. Risa, thanks for your contribution. Nisha, as always, is around. A new person, Asi, thanks for coming. Jessica. And yes, the stars of the show coming on stage, Chomsy and Minoj. Yeah, please, other people, if you can come on stage, yeah, just ask me and send the link. It makes things better and easier, I think, if we get some people on stage. So that's it for now, but I will be back on YouTube on Monday with grammar. I think usual time, 1 o'clock UK time, 8 o'clock Beijing time. What is that? 5:30 p.m. Indian time, 7 o'clock Jakarta time. Yes, I'm learning all the world's time zones now. Okay, if you haven't already, I would be grateful if you could subscribe to my channel. It helps me grow, and one day maybe I can get some kind of payment from this channel. Reading stories, says Risa. Yeah, I want to do one on Friday. If you have any ideas for anything, send me a message either here or on Hello Talk. Yeah, it's you who the live streams are for, so I need to try and give people what they want. So please send me messages, what you want, and feedback, how I can make things as good as possible. Yeah, Nisha, I have to be careful reviewing movies. I got in trouble last time. I reviewed Titanic, and they they said, no, you cannot use Titanic because of copyright. You must be careful using other people's material. Old books are good. If books are 100 years old, that's fine. But new movies, or quite new movies, is a bit of a problem. Chat GPT, Jessica, is best for what? Not sure. Yeah, copyright. Okay, shall I go now? Yeah. So thanks again for everyone who came, and I'll be back on Monday, same time, Grammar the Future. Okay. Bye bye, everyone. Have a great weekend. Over and out.